Hi and welcome to another training video, and in this session we'll be learning to create grids and dimension. To create a grid, simply go to the Architecture tab and in the Data section click on the grid icon. To create a grid, Revit requires you 2 points. The first point is the tail of the grid and the second point is the head of the grid. Always ensure that your head of the grids are always at the top or leftmost corner. You will notice that I will always use the blue dotted reference to ensure my grid extents are similar across all the grids in my project. Do not create grids that have extent that is different from all other grids in your project. In this scenario, you will notice that I created grid number 4, which have a different extent compared to all other grids in my project. To edit a grid extent, simply click on the grid itself. After which, you will notice Revit provides you 2 circular icons at both ends. Simply drag the circular ends to reduce the length of your grids or extend your grid lines. Continue by proceeding to create your grids both in the horizontal and vertical direction. After creating our grids in a proper setup, we need to change the name of our grids. You have the choice either to change the vertical or horizontal axis to a character. In this case, I will change the name of my horizontal axis. Simply double click on the bubble of the grid to change your characters. Always ensure that the vertical and horizontal grids are using different type of character. One must be numerical and the other must be alphabetical. After creating all our grids, we will now create dimensions in our model. Simply click on the Annotate tab and in the Dimension section, click on the Align Dimension tool. Simply click on an object or a reference of an object to begin creating your dimensions. Do a left click once you find the reference. After you pick your reference and you want to place the grid down, simply find an empty spot on your screen and do a left click. Left click. Revit is also capable of creating multi-dimension lines. For example, you can click on grid 1, 2, 3, 4 and then do another left click to release or place down your dimension. I will delete the previous dimension line that we created. Always ensure that you have dimension between all your grids in the project, as well as a singular dimension for the entire length or width of your first and last grids. Also ensure to position the larger dimension on the outside and not on the inside. You can not only dimension grid lines, but you can dimension even your furniture, doors, and other models in your project. You can even do a mixture of dimension between objects of different category. For example, I will now select the grid lines. I can select my bed, a chair, another bed, and a grid line. There are many other various dimensions: linear dimension, angular, radial, grid diameter, arc length, all of which will produce dimension in your drawings. To add or remove reference point in your dimension, simply click on the dimension itself. After which you will see a button, Edit Weakness Line. Simply do a left click. You can now add more reference line to your objects simply by clicking on the reference. Add, remove, add, remove. You can even remove existing dimensions. After which, to place down the dimension, remember to click on an empty spot.